for you.
Today on Animal Outtakes,
Oh, politie, verstellen. So, ja. Oh, watch it. Oh, ja, braaf. So, ja.
preparing dogs for a lifetime of service.
Even mutts, have qualities. You have to test them and see what their God-given talent is.
We're going in depth with two trainers who spend their lives devoted to equipping dogs for a future in law enforcement.
Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to Animal Outtakes. I'm Marcia Panucci. We love our dogs, and while some are couch potatoes, others need work to keep them happy and engaged. Today we meet some trainers that offer some extensive techniques to give dogs a job and a purpose. Let's check it out. For over a century, dogs have found work in law enforcement. Their expert noses have sniffed out bad guys across the globe. Here in the United States, our police departments and sheriff's offices started putting dogs to work in the 1970s, and we haven't looked back since. These intelligent animals can track down suspects, find drugs and bombs, and help locating missing people. Once on the job, their skills are second to none. But how did they get that way? That's where guys like Bob and Koen come in.
Oh, yeah. Halt, politie. Halt, politie.
This team selects and trains dogs for police work and personal protection. Koen, we're here this morning to talk about working dogs. Can you explain that term?
Yeah, well, it's very simple. A working dog is a dog that works for people.
And what is it that they do? What type of missions do they accomplish?
Yeah, well, all kinds of. I mean, you can use them as a search dog, searching for bombs, searching for drugs, searching for people, but also attacking people, bring down criminals. So that's their purpose.
Bob is located here in the United States, while Koen is based in the Netherlands, where the majority of their dogs are bred. Most of the time here in the States, we see German Shepherds and we see Belgian Malinois. Are these two breeds of your choice, or are there others?
Well, there's also the Dutch Shepherd, and well, I prefer the Belgian Shepherd and the Dutch Shepherd because of their high drives, and well, they have more drives in there than the German Shepherd has. Well, any dog could be a working dog, depending on what you're looking for, what purpose you're looking for. So yeah, any dog can be.
Koen stresses that the best dog for the job isn't always a purebred.
The purebred dog is more or less breeded for the looks. That makes them a purebred. We didn't breed for the looks. We breed to pick out the perfect skills in every dog and try to put that together and create the best dog, health-wise, drive-wise. So we were not looking for looks, we were looking for this perfect product.
Koen met Bob when he was visiting family in Florida. Bob had been working for the Manatee County Sheriff's Office Canine Unit, and Koen joined the team for a training session.
He met us at the shoreline there, and he introduced us, and that was pretty much it. He followed us around all night to the various training locations, and obviously we had conversations with him, and we hit it off. I was all over him with probably 550 questions, I'm sure. There was a little language barrier, but we worked our way through it, and been friends ever since.
Yeah.
What did you think of Bob's training measures the first time that you saw him?
There was very creative training going on, but different than the Dutch people train, and not better, not worse, but it was different.
As Bob and Koen went from friends to business partners, they developed their own training system by building on their individual strengths.
Every handler has something that is good. Every handler also has something that is bad. So you pick up the good stuff out of it, and that's what the two of us did out of each other, because I did things wrong, he did things wrong, and we corrected each other in that, and that's the way we train right now.
As Koen mentioned, a purebred dog may not have the pedigree of a good working dog.
Dutch Shepherd, Belgian Malinois, German Shepherd, all of them have qualities that even mutts, have qualities. You have to test them and see what their God-given talent is, what historically or genetically or whatever they were born with. It's all in there, but not a lot of it surfaced.
So what qualities make a good police dog? According to Koen, it boils down to honesty. You keep mentioning a word, an honest dog. Can you explain what an honest dog is? We know that that's the demeanor.
Well, an honest dog to me is a dog that won't bite you without a reason. It's stable in his head, as we call it. It's honest, it's fair, and if you walk up to that dog and you be fair to the dog, this dog will be fair to you too. And that's what I mean with honest. It won't give you a bite without a reason.
The dog is not looking for the bite because he knows that's his job. If the person is not doing what they're supposed to do, complying with an officer or threatening a family, the dog's going to protect or apprehend. Distinct difference, If a dishonest dog is always looking for that bite, who's this, Marcia? Bite her, because she's standing in front of us. No, she's not threatening us. There's no argument. There's no violation there. So he's just there to do his job, and he knows if there's nothing wrong, we don't do anything. That's the honesty in it.
When it comes to training, Koen and Bob follow standards set out by the KNPV. Koen, you've mentioned KNPV. What does that truly stand for?
It stands for the Royal Dutch Police Dog Association, and we would call it the Koninklijke Nederlandse Politiehondenvereniging.
Well, now there's a mouthful for you,
yeah,
right?
That's Dutch.
And that entails all of the training that you do for these dogs, correct?
Yes, it is. There are several certificates that you can get, but we all start with the PH1. PH1 means it's the basic skills that are in the dog. We put them out and try to make a certificate out of it. If a dog is certified as a PH1 dog, it's ready for the police.
There are 3 other certifications, including PH2, which expands on the PH1 training.
And we have another one, it's called objectbewaking, meaning the guarding of an object. The dog is taught to work on a leash, walk inside, check spots and everything. But it's also what we do in PH1, so it's a mixture. Then there is another one, it's called reddingshonde. I'm not sure what the English word is. It's like search and rescue dog. He also has to bring out the person out of the water. So there's a person that is drowning. We send the dog is taught to grab the guy on his clothes or whatever and bring it over back to the shore and save him.
Education starts early for these dogs who are picked up from the breeder at 6 weeks old. In the beginning, there's not much pressure, just your typical obedience.
We're not putting a lot of pressure on the dog, though we learn him how to sit, to stay, the normal things that you have to teach every dog. But you see a difference in their behavior because they're already bred as a dog that feels himself the Lion King, I always say. Strong, they walk up to people, even when they are 6 weeks old, they already walk up to people and show them posture, like you wouldn't see with a poodle, for instance, or because you see different behavior. So it starts with 6 weeks. We take the dog, every time we train normally like 3 times a week. We take that puppy to the club, tie him off, and he can watch the adult dogs doing the work, getting used to gunfire, everything. So the experience that the dog gets starts real early. And when it's up to 6-7 months, then we're getting more and more training into him.
Still ahead on Animal Outtakes.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Shh, shh, shh. Not ni bete.
It's demonstration time, and we get to see these dogs in action. And we find out what life is like when they're not training.
Do they ever get to be just dogs?
Plus, Bob and Coon take a look at one of our dogs. Does Zeus have what it takes?
For thousands of years, we've been humans' best friend. You've been through a lot, and we've been right there with you. A dog is part of the family, a confidant, and a friend who always knows how to get into your heart. So what happens to our beloved companions when we can no longer care for them? This is why we've created Dante's Den, an innovative, state-of-the-art facility that will provide care for up to 100 dogs.
Dante's Den is a community for joyful dogs.
Millions of Americans face uncertainty when planning for the future of beloved pets who may well outlive them. Dante's Den is a charitable organization, so in whatever capacity you can, please lend your support so that we may continue this most wonderful work.
Dante and I would like to thank you for watching and for also opening up your hearts to our wonderful community of joyful dogs.
Learn about the many ways you could become involved by visiting dantesden.org.
Hi, I'm Marcia Panucci, founder of the Dante's Den Foundation.
And I'm Ron Dixon, the Executive Director out at the Dens. Dante's Den has come a long way since its inception to where we are now.
We've helped hundreds of dogs since we've opened, but now we need your help.
We sure do, Marcia. Dante's Den needs great volunteers to help us feed, walk, and play with all of our furry friends.
So come on out and enjoy our 50 acres of beautiful countryside where you can also feed miniature Holstein cows.
And their babies.
And Hee-Haw.
The donkey.
And Buttercup.
A beautiful miniature horse.
If you would like to be a part of our joyful community of dogs, please visit dantesden.org.
Or call us toll free at 844-DANTES-DEN. That's 844-366-8336.
Come on out today and see what makes us so special.
For me, it started with one hit of sardines. Oh, sardines. That's where I learned to bag. It was easy to score free fish. I mean, hey, with this dolphin smile, yeah, it's illegal, but no one cares. I had a monkey on my back, man. I was jonesing for people food, hanging out under boats, dodging props and hooks, and doing dangerous stuff that I'm ashamed to admit. Look, I know that I can kick this if people would just stop feeding me.
Today we're talking about training dogs. But this isn't your regular obedience class. Coon and Bob are training partners, working specifically with dogs bred to work as personal protection and police dogs.
So you've been together for 20 years plus.
A little bit, yeah. We were trying to figure that out. It's got to be 20
Yeah.
now.
20 years, yeah.
Are you still learning from one another? Are you still perfecting your
yeah.
craft?
Every day. We learn every day, going through the dogs, because the dogs teach you. Every dog is different. There's not one dog that's the same as the other one.
As we watched, the men showed us a little bit of their work on two dogs. Up first, 3-year-old
When you come
Rico.
straight in. When you're ready. Halt, police. Oh, watch him. Hey, stark. So, yeah.
Bob, that was the most amazing demonstration. Just took our breath away. Can you walk us through that? And I was so impressed.
Yeah.
You were speaking a foreign language.
This is 101, basically. And let's see if he'll let go if I ask him to, which he did. We put a little pressure on him to let go, but it was okay.
Based on his observations during training, Bob believes Rico would make an excellent police dog.
From what I saw, we haven't seen this. His grips, the way he went in, his intensity. I say drop his hips to where he was trying to help gravity fit. He was wrapping his paws there. He wanted this guy down. So we need that with police.
Our second demonstration is with Jack, a Belgian Shepherd Cross, and he's Bob's personal dog.
You good? Head off! Get off! So, yeah,
Jack was just a fragment, which was the bigger dog, the second dog, a fragment with the bite work that he does for the PH1 certificate.
Jack does maintenance training like this every so often. When he's not accompanying Bob, Jack is a sought-after stud for the next generation of working dogs.
Halt, police! Halt, police!
That is a rarity that size, and the breeding that he's seen from them in the Netherlands or just in Belgium and Germany, whatever female you put him with, he highlights what she has, and all of his good traits come out of the puppies.
Back to those demonstrations, though. If you listen closely, you can hear something different about the commands being given to the dogs.
And you were speaking Dutch. Is this the language that has to be spoken, and this is what they learn to understand? Could you get the same result if you said it in English?
No, because of both dogs came from the Netherlands. Why? It's easier for us to learn the language than ask it for the dog. The dogs, they go by emotion too. I can't speak the Dutch that the man or woman raised the dog with, but at least the words sound familiar. I may not get the dialect.
At the end of the day, the dogs are loaded into their travel crates and head home.
Is it all work? Is there no play?
No, there is. It's like 3 times a week we train the dog. We have the obedience and everything on him. But then 24 hours a day, the dog is at your home. And it's a dog. And we play with him, we run him, we throw a ball. What you can do with every dog, because he needs to be also social. I don't want to have an asocial dog. I need a dog that I can walk up, go into the mall, doesn't matter. It needs to be also a very social dog. So you treat him as every other dog.
He was in the bed sometimes at home. I give him a taste of what it's like to be a pet. Rico could be a police dog or a personal protection dog, so I have to cater to him. And you can't be a personal protection dog if you're out in a cage. So my mission with him for the last 1.5, 2 years has been to get him everywhere that I would go that they'll let me in with a dog.
Soya!
Up next on Animal Outtakes, it's Zeus's turn to try out. Does our German Shepherd have the drive to train for a spot in law enforcement?
Why did you decide that this is what you wanted to do in life?
We uncover the true passion for dogs in our trainers.
For thousands of years, we've been humans' best friend. You've been through a lot, and we've been right there with you. A dog is part of the family, a confidant, and a friend who always knows how to get into your heart. So what happens to our beloved companions when we can no longer care for them? This is why we've created Dante's Den, an innovative, state-of-the-art facility that will provide care for up to 100 dogs.
Dante's Den is a community for joyful dogs.
Millions of Americans face uncertainty when planning for the future of beloved pets who may well outlive them. Dante's Den is a charitable organization, so in whatever capacity you can, please lend your support so that we may continue this most wonderful work.
Dante and I would like to thank you for watching and for also opening up your hearts to our wonderful community of joyful dogs.
Learn about the many ways you could become involved by visiting dantesden.org.
It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected anytime, anywhere with breaking news and weather alerts, video on demand, and live streaming of your Suncoast News. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers, high rate and high pay, never leave you alone.
Debt is really sucking the life out of them. He's picking up the phone.
Oh, no, not consolidated credit.
With one call, they can lower their credit card rates.
And consolidate their bills into one low payment.
They'll pay off their debt in no time.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
Because debt sucks.
Call 800-201-0230. That's 800-201-0230. Call now.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, I have an important message. You may be entitled to receive disability benefits through Social Security. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals and hearings. Best of all, there are no upfront fees, so you pay nothing until you receive your benefits. Call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
And now it's time for Tales from Dante's Den.
Asha is a special girl. This gorgeous Siberian husky got a second chance when Dante's Den stepped in and rescued her from a very grim fate.
She was on the euthanasia list and she was going to be put down the next day. So we went up there and we got her that day, and we brought her back, and that changed her life forever.
After a couple of weeks at Dante's Den, she came alive.
We gave her some special attention. We did cook for her, give her a special diet because she was very underweight. That Asha has just started to bloom, and her fur started to come back. Her coat was better, and she was happy.
Choosing to spend her days with staff veterinarian technician Carol in the clinic.
The other dogs pretty much know where their kennels are, but Asha has taken the hospital, and the clinic is her spot. She's kind of got a special place in my heart. I hate to see dogs that have just given up hope and have given up on life. So this is, she does like to hang out over here. She's my assistant. I call her my assistant.
But this girl does know how to have fun.
She loves to go out into our pool area and run and go in the pool and swim. And she likes to just kind of play the chase me game. It gives me such a great feeling of accomplishment that, you know what, even if we just save one dog, it's one dog that's been saved, and they've been given a new lease on life.
Kuhn and Bob have dedicated their lives to training dogs for personal protection and police work. Any dog can go through this training, so we borrowed Zeus, a German Shepherd currently staying at Dante's Den, for a test to see if he'd make a good candidate.
All right, now, if he grips it, release it, and I'll see if he'll parade it. There you go, release it. Oh, good boy, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
What are his reactions?
Intensity's low, but I don't know if it's genetic or just lack of experience. He wasn't raised how we raised them, which is building that intensity. And he's passive. It's more of a toy to him than he's protecting anything.
So what does that mean for Zeus's chances of becoming a police dog?
Minor, a little bit of hope. You saw the difference in intensity. Your timeline can be good. Over time, we could get a little bit out of him, but it's not what I want to see. But I'm pretty impressed that he's as green as he is, and he did this.
Is there one dog in your history, and you've had a long history, that just to this day you say, boy, that was my guy?
But I have to interrupt too. That very first one was named Rudy, and we couldn't have asked for a better.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Bullseye with number one.
Yeah.
He was a nice dog.
He was a good, solid, honest dog.
We've so listened to you, and we see the enthusiasm, and we can feel the compassion and love that you have for the dogs and for what it is that you do. But it does beg the question, why do you do it? Why did you decide that this is what you wanted to do in life?
Yeah, well, in my opinion, there is nothing so honest and true as a dog, because the love for him will always come back. Every time I come home, I open that door, there's somebody wagging the tail and is glad to see me, and I feel that. It's in my heart. So, and I've got this from 7 years old, and I'm almost 50, so you can do the math on that. So that's why I'm doing it.
What do I get out of it? I can't believe the relationship that man can have with a dog and how willing these dogs are to please us. And I can't get enough of, I can believe it now, and it's just so rewarding what they will do for us and how it affects me and what I want to do for them. They have no reason organically to chase somebody. They have no reason to find drugs, bombs, or evidence. They do it because of us. And I'm a tough guy, but it's choking me up now. It's just unbelievable what they'll do for us. When you've been in battle with them, it's not just what you're going to do for that dog, what I'm going to do for the species for the rest of my life. That's what I get out of it. It's in here. Of course, we like to sell them and make money and make a living, but that's nothing compared to the emotional boost it gives me, the smile it puts on my face.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You can watch full episodes of Animal Outtakes by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Just visit youtube.com/animalouttakes.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
People ask me all the time, George, what do I do with my idea for a new product? I tell them, call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been providing patent referrals, preparing ideas, and submitting to companies for more than 30 years.
I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-881-6805.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Animal Outtakes is produced by Dante's Den Foundation, a nonprofit group dedicated to creating the best life for dogs. If you would like to learn more about Dante's Den, donate, or volunteer, visit our website, dantesden.org.
That's it for this episode of Animal Outtakes. We hope you've enjoyed learning about these dogs and the amazing training that goes into making them true working dogs. Join us again next week for another outstanding animal adventure.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Shh, shh, shh. Not knee bete. Knee bete. Sweep out. In for the bete. Halt police. Halt police. Halt police. Verstelle. So yeah. Oh, watch it. Oh yeah, brav. So yeah, brav. You get ya?
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Learn how to prepare a readiness plan and survival kit. Know your evacuation route. Be prepared, Suncoast, when severe weather threatens. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Are the credit card bills closing in on you? Sick and tired of the constant struggle just to stay afloat? Shouldn't this be the year you get a fresh start? Well, now you can settle your debts with dignity and without bankruptcy, with zero upfront or monthly fees. Get the professional help at the Thomas & Law Group and get a fresh start. It's easy to sign up. We do all the real work. Better than credit consolidation or credit counseling, the Thomas & Law Group uses the power of legal professionals to settle your debts. You don't have to face this alone. We can help with an affordable monthly payment. Call now if you have over 15 grand in debt and settle your debts so you can have hundreds more each month. Don't put this off. Legal settlement can get you fast, easy debt resolution and let you get back to the important things in life.
Call the Thomason Law Group at 1-800-394-1667. That's 1-800-394-1667.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.